All right, what up? GT here with another one at you. It's pleasure is destructive. Now, before I go too much into it, I kind of want to explain a little bit what I mean. And I don't necessarily mean that all pleasure is destructive, but I do mean that 60% of pleasure is destructive. The other 40% is creative, because I do know that there are times where myself having indulged in something pleasureful with somebody, it does create a sense of wanting to be constructive almost immediately after. Like, for example, after going through those certain acts with a special someone, it would make me want to jump up and quickly start making some beats and playing and creating some musical inspiration. So I do understand that there is 40% where pleasure can be constructive and creative, but for the most part, the majority of pleasure and pleasure seeking and seeking to fulfill pleasure is destructive. And I'm going to lay out 3 points here with how it is. I'm not going to lay out the counter argument as to how it's creative, because it's typically more of a feminine thing to be seeking in pleasure 24/7. It's definitely not something that's going to mentally strengthen or make anybody stronger. And if that's the case, then you're not even looking or taking advice from anybody in a similar walk of life. So you know, uproot yourself up out of here. So 3 things as far as how I would explain that it's destructive is A, B, and C. A, pleasure occupies the mind. Once you accept pleasure and indulge in pleasure daily and just consistently, it begins to occupy space in the mind to hurry up and finish what you're doing to get back to that thing of pleasure or fulfillment. Now, if you can flip it and you can make your passion also your business in a way that you're getting pleasure out of serving others, so you're most happy when you're doing this thing, which is also helping others and helping earn income, that is the alternative to when it occupies your mind and you're finding pleasure in something that is an actual positive good force, not a destructive pleasure force. B, in contrast, it has minimal creativity against things that implement struggle. So pleasure means comfortability. You've gotten to a point to where you are now actually have free time or are able to indulge in something pleasureful to occupy that free time. So space has been made, and now that space has been made, there's more of it than you even need, and so you're indulging in things that aren't actually benefiting you as much as if there was immediate struggle or immediate danger and time was scarce. You'd be pressing into the real things that need to get done, which typically don't feel great and are not pleasureful at all. And ultimately, pleasure is self-seeking. It helps seek and it helps gratify the ego. It helps reassert the user who's indulging in pleasure that their ego is correct, that they are doing the thing that they want to be doing, that they should be doing at this time. So pleasure is self-seeking and self-fulfilling. You know, obviously, unless this is a pleasure of or a passion of love that you are building stuff for other people and you find joy in creating something that other people like and are willing to give you some sort of a monetary exchange for, then you found a what some people would call a purpose or a calling, but something that is actually helping others and is not completely self-seeking for the person who's looking to indulge. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say that pleasure, mostly, it's self-seeking, a self-seeking style of pleasure that feeds the idea, the ego, not necessarily a mass or a group of people. Because then people are actually benefiting from you doing that thing or providing that particular service or good or just even advice. So, for instance, there's an interesting thing where there's money value, there's social value, and when I say value, a lot of people might try to use the word money or currency, but it's a unit of value measure. So you can do things that cost you nothing, like speaking kindly to someone about their life and their struggles and things that they have going on that will create social value for them, and later on you'll reflect on that interaction, that conversation, and it will have created value for you. So these are small ways that we can leave little traces of positive social value for other people that is not a self-seeking pleasure. It's helping others. Okay, so on par, pleasure is destructive for the most part, and in the realm of which I'm currently expressing it. All right, so nobody's ever gonna get better and grow stronger. Be like, dude, how did you do it? Well, man, I sat around, I ate chocolate bars, I indulged with my girlfriend, and I skipped going to work, and I didn't work on my car when it was broke down, and dude, I just it felt like the easiest, best, good thing to do, and that's how, I became so successful. I got to this place. It's like, no, pleasure typically is a counter-destructive force, and so there has to be you, the opposing force, pushing back on it. Okay? All right, hope that helps. Peace. Oh, check out gottokens.com. You can find a free $19.99 product on there, and you can also get into the free community and get even more access to free products that help in this mindset and also in physical fitness. Deuces, I'm out.